Selamat datang. Welcome to This Explainer. Look, if your ultimate objective is to achieve real fluency in spoken Malay, you are exactly where you need to be. Today, we're not just doing boring vocabulary drills. We're going to build an unforgettable mental map. I'll be your guide, and together we are going to construct a brand new wing right in your mind, the Public Library and Archive Palace. This spatial memory practice is designed to lock descriptive language and structured inquiries deep into your brain using vivid, totally undeniable visual anchors. Let's dive right in.
Here's our agenda for today's explainer. We'll start with the memory palace approach. Then we'll mentally, walk into the library sections. After that, we'll hit library rules and facilities, followed by bantuan and returns, and we'll wrap the whole thing up with a final active recall. Let's get into it.
Section 1. The Memory Palace Approach. Okay, before we start wandering the aisles, let's establish exactly how we're going to learn this. We aren't just repeating words on a page. We are building a bizarre, absolutely unforgettable mental movie.
Here's the thing you need to know about how our brains actually work. They are built to filter out the mundane. If I just hand you a list of words, they're going to be gone by tomorrow, right? But if we use the linking method, basically tying a phrase to a super vibrant, specific object, and then we exaggerate it, making it loud, fast, and completely ridiculous, your brain literally has no choice but to remember it. Once we build these mental images, your only job is active recall. You're going to test yourself at noon and again right before bed. Moving on to Section 2, entering the library sections. All right, close your eyes for just a second, then look back at the screen. Imagine you're stepping right through the grand glass doors of our library palace. It's time to encounter our first set of visual anchors. You walk in, reach into your pocket, and pull out your wallet. Suddenly, your wallet sprouts this tiny animated library card. It looks right at you and just starts reciting, "I need a library card." Picture it clearly. Now listen, saya perlukan card perpustakaan. Let's slow that right down. Saya perlukan card perpustakaan. Now one more time with some real energy. Saya perlukan card perpustakaan.
Next, you look up from your wallet and boom, there's this massive, towering stone statue of a historical figure. But it's not just standing there. It actually grows legs, marches right past you through the library, and booms out loudly, "Where is the history section?" Here's the phrase, "Di mana bagian sejarah." Let's say it again, nice and clear. "Di mana bagian sejarah." Now give it that booming voice. "Di mana bagian sejarah." So you follow the statue over to the information desk. Behind it, a librarian with literally 10 arms. Wild, right? One of those arms reaches out and hands you this glowing, pulsing magnifying glass. The second you touch it, the glass itself shouts out, "I am looking for information about..." Saya cari maklumat tentang. Let's take it slow. Saya cari maklumat tentang. Now, make it dynamic. Saya cari maklumat tentang.
Right next to that desk, there's a huge pile of magazines. Suddenly, the whole stack lifts into the air and transforms into a spinning fan. The pages are flipping so incredibly fast that the wind literally forms the words, "Are there any current magazines?" Ada majalah terkini? Let's focus on that intonation. Ada majalah terkini? And now fast, just like that fan. Ada majalah terkini. All right, Section 3, Library Rules and Facilities. We're heading deeper into the library now, away from the entrance and into the main study area, where the desks and computers are. We are going to anchor our next set of phrases directly to these facilities. As you step into the study space, the lighting totally shifts. Imagine a giant floating finger made of bright neon light hovering right in the air. It aggressively taps its neon lips, sending this visible shockwave across the room that commands, "Please be quiet." Sila senyap. Say it with that hushed intensity. Sila senyap. One more time, really sharp. Sila senyap. You walk over to an empty wooden desk, but as you get closer, the library chair just comes to life. It steps out, bows deeply, super politely, and asks, "Can I sit here? Boleh saya duduk di sini?" Let's try it again, nice and polite. "Boleh saya duduk di sini?" And now perfectly conversational. "Boleh saya duduk di sini?" Glance over to your left. You see the computer lab, but it is definitely not quiet. A whole row of desktop computers have literally sprouted arms, and they are perfectly synchronized, dancing the Macarena. As they dance, they're singing, "Are there computers for public use? Ada computer untuk kegunaan awam?" Let's get that rhythm down. Ada computer untuk kegunaan awam. One more time, sing it along with them. Ada computer untuk kegunaan awam?
Look up above those dancing computers. You notice an actual cloud floating indoors. It's this buzzing cloud of Wi-Fi signals that suddenly shapes itself into a giant glowing neon sign spelling free. The cloud is loudly humming the question, is there free internet here? Adakah internet percuma di sini? Listen to that hum. Adakah internet percuma di sini? Now confidently. Adakah internet percuma di sini?
Then, pure chaos breaks out. A huge office printer suddenly sprouts mechanical wings. It takes off from the desk, flying around the room, showering the entire area with white paper. And every single piece of paper is yelling out, where can I print documents? Di mana saya boleh cetak documents? Let's dial in the pronunciation. Di mana saya boleh cetak documents? Now add a little bit of that panic. Di mana saya boleh cetak documents?
Moving on to Section 4, Bantuan and Returns. Let's leave that chaotic study area in the dust and head to the final spatial zone of our mental library, the circulation desk, where we handle help, returns, and the exit.
You walk up to the circulation desk holding a book, but it's massive. Suddenly, it sprouts hands, grabs you by the shirt, pulls you right up to its cover, and whispers urgently, "May I borrow this book? Boleh saya pinjam buku ini?" Try to hear that whisper. Boleh saya pinjam buku ini? Let's try it again, more conversational. Boleh saya pinjam buku ini? Right above the desk, there is a colossal antique clock bolted to the ceiling. It has a heavy pendulum swinging back and forth. With every single loud tick, it chimes the question, how long can I keep this book? Berapa lama boleh simpan buku ini? Try to sync it with that ticking sound. Berapa lama boleh simpan buku ini? And again, berapa lama boleh simpan buku ini? On the counter, next to you is another book, but man, this one is in bad shape. It's literally sobbing. Its torn pages are turning into water drops, falling like tears as it just sighs out. This book is damaged. Buku ini sudah rosak. Feel the drama on this one. Buku ini sudah rosak. One more time, really sadly. Buku ini sudah rosak. Behind the librarian, check out the large wall calendar. The square for tomorrow's date bulges out, grows this very trustworthy, smiling face, and promises you, I will return this book tomorrow. Saya akan pulangkan buku ini esok. Let's make it smooth and promising. Saya akan pulangkan buku ini esok. Now say it with total confidence. Saya akan pulangkan buku ini esok. The librarian finishes helping you, and out of absolutely nowhere, a giant, brilliant golden star materializes. It wraps its points around the librarian in this massive warm hug, loudly declaring, "Thank you for your help." Terima kasih atas bantuan Anda. Put some genuine gratitude into it. Terima kasih atas bantuan Anda. And brightly, Terima kasih atas bantuan Anda. You turn around and head for the exit. As you get to the security gates, they don't just slide open. They grow giant white cartoon gloves, wave enthusiastically at you, and bow deeply to announce, see you on the next visit. Jumpa lagi pada lawatan seterusnya. Make it friendly and welcoming. Jumpa lagi pada lawatan seterusnya. And one last time as you walk out those doors. Jumpa lagi pada lawatan seterusnya. And finally, Section 5, the final active recall. Just like that, we've walked through the entire library. But hey, remember our rules for true mastery? We need that active recall. To really lock these phrases into your long-term memory, you've got to test these exact visual stations at noon today and then again right before bed. So let's fire through our complete list of 15 phrases right now. They're all perfectly synced on the screen, so bring those crazy images back to mind. May I borrow this book? Boleh saya pinjam buku ini? Where is the history section? Di mana bahagian sejarah? I am looking for information about. Saya cari maklumat tentang. How long can I keep this book? Berapa lama boleh simpan buku ini? Are there computers for public use? Ada komputer untuk kegunaan awam? Please be quiet. Sila senyap. Where can I print documents? Di mana saya boleh cetak documents? I need a library card. Saya perlukan card perpustakaan? Can I sit here? Boleh saya duduk di sini? Are there any current magazines? Ada majalah terkini? This book is damaged. Buku ini sudah rosak. Thank you for your help. Terima kasih atas bantuan Anda. I will return this book tomorrow. Saya akan pulangkan buku ini esok. Is there free internet here? Adakah internet percuma di sini? And finally, see you on the next visit. Jumpa lagi pada lawatan seterusnya. You did fantastic. You now have 15 highly practical, perfectly pronounced Malay phrases locked directly into the architecture of your brain. I mean, they're guarded by dancing computers and crying books, so they aren't going anywhere. Just don't forget your noon and bedtime active recall practice. So with this wing of the palace officially complete, I have to ask, shall we prepare the next set of stations in your memory palace for tomorrow? Keep visualizing, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next explainer.